In times of uncertainty, we hope for good news while bracing for the worst. Living through the frustration and stress of waiting in limbo can mean putting social engagements on hold or avoiding communication because we don't know what to tell others around us. We can become isolated when we're stuck in limbo, as we wait for news about something significant to us, something crucial at stake in our lives, such as a job offer, a medical diagnosis, finding a home, a college admission, or a commitment from a partner. We're often forced to wait until our patience is stretched thin. Then we pivot to adapt and wait until we're beyond exhausted. We can hardly think clearly when we cannot see ahead, let alone make the plans with others and move forward. This is a state of being we call limbo. If you say that someone or something is in limbo, you mean that they are in a situation where they seem to be caught between two stages, and it is unclear what will happen next. However, the definition that I think applies here a bit more accurately is one from certain Christian beliefs. Limbo is the border place between heaven and hell, where those souls who died without being baptized, though not condemned to punishment, were deprived of eternal happiness with God in heaven. So why am I saying all this? It's because of a certain indie game I played recently, conveniently named Limbo. Limbo is a puzzle platformer developed by Playdead and released on Xbox in 2010. Since then, the game has been ported to other platforms like PC and PlayStation. Critically acclaimed across the board with a 9 out of 10 from IGN, a 4 out of 5 by Common Sense Media, and a 9 out of 10 by Nintendo Life. Even Metacritic has nothing but positive things to say, such as this one reviewer. There is a wonderful minimalism about the whole experience from start to finish, which includes the relatively abrupt ending after 3 to 4 hours of play. The minimal style and story add to the overall mood of the game, but in true Playdead style, there is a deeper meaning to this game. So today I'm here to tear apart the game and its deeper meanings for each section you play through and what the story overall means. So, without further ado, this is Limbo. Massive spoiler warning for this game. No, seriously, if you haven't played this game, I highly recommend you go in blind. Sure, it's a bit of a brain scratcher at times, but it is worth the experience. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's on there, so what are you still doing here? Go play it! I can wait. Okay, you back? Good. Let's get started. You wake up in the middle of a forest, starting on the far left side of the screen. You are a boy, cloaked in shadow with nothing but bright eyes to define you. If you want an achievement right at the start, go to your left instead of the right and step on this egg lying on the ground.
I got an achievement. Wrong way. That's not right. Okay, that's funny. That was funny.
Something you'll notice pretty quickly is that your character is mute the entire time you play. As you slide down a slope without any problems whatsoever,
Yep. Did I die? I died! No! I just...
you come across your first challenge, a pit of spikes. This you conquer easily. You soon come across an old pulley system with a cart tucked away behind the platform. Here you must pull the cart out to get onto the platform and then descend the rope. Crossing another gap, you find a little sailing boat, and using this, you cross the lake. Upon climbing the small cliffside, you reach your second challenge, the bear traps.
What is that? I'm gonna touch it. Oh my fucking god! Oh no! Wait, so can I set it off by like standing next to it? Shit, okay, never mind. Okay, what do I do here? Do I jump over him? I think I have to jump over. Nope, I couldn't even jump. I feel like I'm supposed to put something in the bear trap, but I don't know what. Can I grab? Actually, fuck, can I grab? Oh my fucking god, I could have grabbed it the genius. Oh my god, I'm a genius.
Once you conquer this challenge, you are free to move on to your first puzzle. The remains of some sort of body hang from a tree, with a bear trap tucked away. You must find a way to ascend the rope and reach the top of the cliff. Dragging the bear trap under the remains and jumping onto the rope allows you to traverse further into the woods. As you approach a fallen tree and begin to walk across it, a boulder comes tumbling down to you. Next, we ascend some trees and I accidentally find another egg.
And pushy. Pushy. I'm not gonna jump down because I know that's gonna kill me. Oh wait, hang on. Hey, go back. There's a thing up there. Aha! Secret. Stepped on it. Give me the achievement. There it is. Altitude is attitude.
After crossing a stream, we come across it, the spider. The thing of nightmares. Here, there is no color to it. It is purely a being of shadows. We utilize a bear trap to push the spider back. But as we push further into the dark, we eventually find its nest and become entrapped in a web. We manage to shake ourselves loose from the web, but remain entombed in silk. Barely escaping with our life, we slip out of the lair and escape the spider, for now. With a tumble, we break free of the webby tomb and continue on our journey. We get back onto our feet and press forward, further into the forest. We come across what looks like another boy sitting, but as we approach, the floor gives way and we fall underground. The boy, or as we now see, a dummy, hangs ominously, almost like a warning to trespassers. As we attempt to climb another rope, we barely dodge a bear trap that was left behind for us. We cross some large tree stumps and barely avoid death once more as a large spiky ball comes swinging down from above. Someone clearly does not want company as these traps aren't of natural formation. After conquering this trial, we climb down a hill only to come across yet another spider. Or so it seems. This trick does not deter us as we move swiftly on only to find an older boy controlling the contraption. This older boy quickly flees, leaving behind some flaming tires to slow us down. In the background, we see tree forts along with a second elderly boy. There's a whole society living in these woods, and they don't want us here. After ascending 2 sets of ladders, we find the main entrance to the society, and an ominous warning greets us.
Oh.
With bodies hanging everywhere, more and more traps are left for us to conquer as the teenage boys try to slow our advance. But it is no use, for soon their fate is sealed when the spider returns. The spider slaughters most of the camp before pursuing us once more. We utilize the spider to quickly jump across a gap. The spider falls into a pit and we send a boulder down to finish it off. With the spider taken care of, we move further into the woods. We find the 2 last surviving boys who have lain one final trap for us, a pit of spikes, and we watch as they retreat as the spider, with its last limb attached, crawls toward us. Goading the spider into striking at us, we turn the tables and pull its final limb free, killing it. We push the corpse into the spike pit and jump across it to safety. We find another camp, but this one appears to be abandoned. We take one of the hanging crates and use it to enter a cave. In this cave, we are introduced to yet another threat, the brain worms. These worms appear to have made the members of this camp drown themselves. We watch as it drowns one of the 2 surviving boys, and we jump across their corpses. And as we jump across their corpses, we find this final survivor having lain more traps for us. These massive blocks are set to crush us if we take a step in the wrong part, and so we conquer them with no issues at all.
I thought... Okay. Oh wow, that moves quickly. You asshole. You asshole. Well played. I didn't think I would expect that.
After moving past the crushers, we find some tribal people who have slain the last boy. These tribe members attack us with blow darts, and we have to utilize the traps we have just conquered to eliminate the immediate threat. With the tribe members taken care of, we press forward through more puzzles.
I think I just accidentally did the puzzle without meaning to. Okay, I don't know. What's the point of this? Oh, this was just a waste of time. Yeah, that was just a waste of time. Oh, that's to soften my fall. I didn't need that last time. I don't get what the point of this is. Ah, I see the point of this. I understand, I understand. No, you need to go back. Go right there. Okay, I see what the point of that is. I see. Hang on, just let me cook. Let me cook, guys, let me cook. Watch this. Fucking... I couldn't get up there in time, but you see what I'm going for. There we go. No! Okay, anyways, that is what I'm aiming to do, which I think is the correct way to do this. Yes! There we go!
After escaping the caves, we are attacked by our first brainworm. They force you to constantly move to the opposite end of the screen, usually where death awaits. To swap directions of the movement, you must use the light to zap them into swapping the which way you face. To be honest, this wasn't very clear at first because I thought it was just something I did with my controller, but then again there was a massive visual cue, so maybe I'm just dumb. No surprise there. To completely remove the worm, you must get one of those snappy mouth things to bite it off your head. We conquer more puzzles until we reach the next section. Rain. Nothing but heavy rain as we cross the rooftops of a city. We approach an electric hotel sign. We conquer it first try.
Yep. Damn it. What? There we go. Nailed it, man. Nailed it. Totally knew what I was doing.
After breaking the glass ceiling, we fall into an abandoned building where we are faced with more challenges. There is a key moment midway through this section where, after completing another challenge, we appear to enter the woods once more and find a girl bathed in light. But as we get close, a brainworm drops from a pipe and turns us away from her. Upon returning after removing the worm, we see we were simply hallucinating. As we traverse through the industrial area more and more, we get the feeling that our journey is coming to an end. We see signs of other areas mixing into one with grass and butterflies from the forest, and signs of city bleeding into the industrial area. With each puzzle conquered, we get closer and closer to our goal until we make it. We break through the glass and tumble into the grass. We rise one final time and push to the top of the hill to find her, waiting for us. As we approach, our presence is noticed and the girl looks up. Cut to black. I believe that there are two stories at play here. The story of a boy traversing Limbo, and the story of life itself. I'll start with how this game portrays life, starting back where it all began, the forest. The forest represents your childhood, where young children's biggest fears are nothing more than a giant spider. Then comes the underground, or in this case, the teenage years of your life. Here the boy faces adversaries around his age that are out to get him, much like how in middle school/high school, our biggest threats are those that are similar to us. Along with worms that attach themselves to us and steer us in the wrong direction. sometimes to our downfall. Only the light can push us back in the right path. The city area represents adulthood. The city is a sordid place with a sleazy hotel, which is symbolic of one's first experience with adult relationships and how most of them are nothing more than a fleeting moment. Lastly is the industrial area. This represents the later years of life. With grinding machinery and automated conveyor belts, this area is a symbol of the mundane and the routine. And the end. Well, the end ties back into the boy's story. The boy's story, clued in for us by the description of the game, is that of a journey. Uncertain of his sister's fate, a boy enters Limbo. By the name alone, I believe the boy is dead, and is going through a journey to say goodbye to his sister one final time before he moves on to the afterlife. In the final moments of the game, the boy crashes through some glass and arrives back in the forest where he finds a treehouse and a little girl, presumably the sister in question. The sister appears to be playing with something in the ground as the boy approaches, and soon she realizes she's not alone. Cut to black. As the credits roll, we see the same treehouse but in disarray, with two mounds on the ground, flies buzzing above both. I believe that both the brother and sister have been dead this whole time and were buried at their favorite childhood spot by their parents. A boy who possibly took his own life, and a sister whose death remains a mystery. Notice how we started the game and how we ended it. Start on the left, and end on the right. A complete journey through life. This was the boy's final moment to say goodbye to his sister before he found peace, and no doubt she experienced a similar journey too. She just beat us to the end. They chose to meet at their resting place, the final sign of innocence, their childhood treehouse. Honestly, Limbo has a very depressing story, and rightfully so. There is the obvious imagery of suicide, death, and the horrible elements of life. Yet there is a subtlety there too, as it tells the story of growing up and the dangers each phase of life must face. This game is a masterpiece, and I honestly can't think of any other game that I've played that can hold a candle to the imagery this game presents. I wish we had more games like this. To my knowledge, there is one other. You might have heard of it. It's called Inside. That is all from me for now, folks. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, remember to leave a like, and if you feel so inclined, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I may give Inside the same treatment I've given Limbo if this does well. After that, there is a certain other game I've been meaning to review, but we'll get there when we get there. That's all I've got, so I'll see you in the next one. Stay frosty.